y'all. So I wanted to talk to y'all about being confident and speaking about how you feel without second guessing it based on other people's opinions and stuff like that. Like, that really is gonna affect the outcome of your whole life. Like, really, like being able to express yourself, express how you really feel on the inside. Okay, I want to talk about like just me as a person, just in general, as I was growing up and how I was not confident and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if it's just my personality, but just as a kid, I was always so shy and awkward, and I was overthinking a lot as a kid. Like, I was overthinking everything, and I did not express it. I did not express my emotions or nothing. Like, right now, I'm expressing what I'm overthinking about, but when I was a kid, it was just all bottled up inside. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I was never taught, like, how to express myself, or I didn't learn how or anything like that, but I know now. Like, now, when I feel something or if I'm overthinking something, I'm gonna just make a video about it, because it made me feel better, like, expressing what I'm thinking, because there's just so much in my brain. Like, okay, so when I was a kid, I was just really awkward, shy. I didn't know how to talk for real. I was still a sweetheart. Like, I was still how I am today, but I couldn't, like, express myself. Like, and I was getting bullied and stuff as a kid, too, and I didn't know how to express myself or stand up for myself at all. Like, I would literally laugh. Like, that's so, like, cringe, though, right? Like, I'm laughing at the bully that's talking about me type stuff. Because I just didn't know how to express myself. I didn't know how to do nothing. Like, and I hated how I was. Like, as a kid, I really did. When I look back at it, I'm like, what was going on? Like, I just was never taught the way to, like, stand up and be confident, be courageous, and not let nobody talk about you, not let nobody do nothing, like, to harm you, and, like, going along with it. Like, I don't do that stuff no more, but now I know how to stand up for myself and stuff. And I want to talk about, like, how toxic relationships can keep you, like, down like that. Like, I swear, like, okay, so as a kid, that's how I was, right? When I started learning more about myself as an individual and growing up, and, like, when I was in high school, that's when it started. Like, the confidence started building. For one, I cut my hair off when, you know, I used to have relaxers and stuff. So when I cut my hair, I had to learn how to manage my real natural hair, and it started making me, like, have a newfound love for myself and my body and my skin and who I am, like, a black woman and stuff like that. Like, all of that happened when I was in high school, when I graduated high school. So I was, like, super duper confident. I was super bubbly. Well, I'm already bubbly, but I was super confident. I could speak well. I could speak up for myself. I could express how I feel. I could be goofy and sweet to random people on the street, like, talk to strangers and stuff. Like, I do now. I can do it now. But when I was a kid, I couldn't do it. But in high school, it all changed and stuff, right? So that was, like, one of the best times, like, best times in my life where I was really confident and, you know, happy and stuff. And after, like, you know, like, around the end of at the end of the year when I graduated, which was 2018, at the end of that year, that's when I got with my baby's dad. And it literally, all my confidence was, like, going away. Like, the more crazy stuff happened, the more I was, like, getting back into how I was when I was a kid. Like, I couldn't speak up. I was emotional, overthinking, going crazy in my head. I couldn't say nothing about it because I didn't know how to say it no more. It's like I was becoming, like, who I was as a kid, which was a sign that was just a really, really, really bad situation. Like, really, really bad for my mental health. Like, I never thought that I would get back like how I was as a kid. And it was so depressing. Like, it's so I mean, I can see it now, but I couldn't really see it then. I was just so gone, like, mentally. I didn't even know what was really going on, but now I know, because now I know how to express myself again. But now I'm like, I could never go back to that. I could never let myself get back like how I was. Like, that was so terrible that a relationship can take that much of a toll on your mental health and emotional health, and your confidence is like gone. So I couldn't even stand up for myself at all, for real. Until the end, though, I was going crazy. But in the beginning, when I was getting cheated on and all this crazy stuff was happening, and fighting and all this crazy stuff that I never experienced before, I was just so confused, and it was just so scary, and like, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't even comprehend what was really happening to me, like, and it just forced me to go back into that mode where I couldn't express how I was feeling, and I couldn't be myself, and I couldn't speak to people, and I was so like scared. Like, I don't know, it was just really, really, really bad. I was so scared. I couldn't speak to people. I didn't want to talk to the neighbors. We had a place together. That was just the worst decision ever. I mean, it was good to learn to like experience having a place on your own, though. I can say that. That's the only good thing that came out of that. But most of the time I was by myself anyway, because he was always out in the street. Literally, he was never there. So, but when he was there, it was bad. And it was like, I was just so embarrassed. Like, I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to talk to my neighbors. You know, but I love talking, though. And I love speaking to people. I love being sweet and kind and happy and bubbly. And I wanted to have a relationship with my neighbors, but I didn't, because I feel like they didn't like me because they hear me fight all day, and I'm disturbing the peace and stuff like that. It was just bad. So but that came after the part I'm talking about now. It's just a whole lot to talk about. I'm gonna just have to make different parts to the story. But anyway, just having a relationship that's not good for you is just really not good for your confidence or your well-being or your mental or emotional health, and it's gonna show like in your everyday life. Like, that it literally was showing. Like, it was really, really bad, and I never want to let myself get like that again, like, ever. I've been doing really good. I haven't got back like that, and I don't know how long. Like, even when I go back and forth with him or argue or anything, like, I still get back to my normal self. I'll be straight eventually. Like, I just don't want to get to the point where I'm stuck and I'm just stagnant. I just can't fix it, and I never want to let myself get back like low like that to where I can't get back up, you know? And I'm happy that I'm growing so much, like I am, and thinking clearly now. At first my mind was just all over the place, like, and I just couldn't comprehend, I couldn't express, I couldn't do nothing. Like, oh my God. Toxic relationships really take a toll on you, literally. And you don't even understand or realize it until after you out of it. Like, when you in it, it's like a whole nother world. Your whole perspective on life is different. Like, you don't even notice the small things. Like, for example, this is fast forwarding, but we was living in an apartment with another like toxic couple that was fighting and stuff, and I didn't even know that until he left, and I was there by myself, and I can actually hear what was going on, because when he was there, we was fighting. So I didn't even know the other couple was like that too. And it was a young black couple, and we was living in the suburbs, and I just felt like so uncomfortable and embarrassed. Like, so now all the white people thinking like we don't even know how to control ourselves. We don't know how to do nothing. We can't even have a successful relationship, or even freaking like, this is what black people do type stuff. And I just felt so embarrassed about that. Like, this is not me. This is not what I do. I never grew up to be this way. Like, and this is what's happening in my life, and it was with my baby around. Like, it was so embarrassing. I was so hurt, and I was so scared to go outside. I was so scared to talk to my neighbors. I'm never gonna be like that again, bro.